Oh my God.
Sarah, from Hey Frase.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay.
Yes.
From Hey Frase.
Yes.
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 It's a podcast, not a cast pod. Hey, Fraser.
Yes.
She'll make you say,
I'm glad you survived the traffic.
she got
Oh my Lord, don't even get me started. We were like 10 and a half hours.
It ain't what you
What?
think, it's Sarah and the crew.
I'm waving to Sammy K. He's walking into the studio. Welcome to the Hey Frase podcast, everybody. Broadcasting live from Washington, D.C. at Podcast Village. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser, along with producer AJ, who's in studio, our digital content creator, Shannon, and Sammy K walking in the studio. Sammy! Woohoo! What's going on? We'll give you a second to sit down here. You just literally walked in. You got your hat on. It's pouring rain outside.
Yes, it is still.
How you doing?
Good. It's busy like a bitch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can I tell you today I was listening to old clips because we're going to play some highlights at the live podcast show, which is this Thursday. And it brought me back to listening to us together. And it was epic. Although I feel like I think years ago you said there were some episodes that we should delete. And now I'm actually beginning to believe that we should.
Oh, I know. Luckily, I don't think you remember that. You owe me your career to this day. Like,
What,
to
was
this
there one
day-
episode?
There was one time where you said something. Oh my God, it was just
Racist?
so over the line that I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you kept on repeating it, and I had to go back and
No,
actually
I know what
delete.
it was.
Yeah, you know what it is.
So
You love that fashion brand.
All I can say is, I was listening to him and I thought you were really good to put up with it because I feel like I was far less, let's say, woke or I guess maybe aware of my surroundings when we first started the podcast in 2015. And you were very patient. And many times I think you were like, oh God.
Yeah, you
you're
were
so
mad
ignorant.
white.
Yeah, I know. It was really bad. I was just listening to when Clinton Yates was on. I was like, oh, this is like really cringeworthy. From my point of view, not from, you guys are really good.
But at least what? You can say you've moved on, you've developed, you've learned.
I know. Well, that's when I go back
That's
and
good.
forth. I think, should I keep those podcast episodes up because it shows an evolution of someone becoming more sensitive, or does it show like you're really...
I mean, do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah. What do you think?
Delete those shits immediately.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think
don't
everything's
think you-
out of context, Sarah. If the internet finds something,
that's true.
and they see it, they're not going to be like, "This is her from 3 years ago," but look at how she acts now. They're going to be like, "Racist bitch, Sarah, at it again." Like, that's all it's going to say.
I know. Well, I was thinking about that. I don't know, though, that you can delete them from everywhere because now when I Google the show, there's some random, like, almost seems like they're pod knockoffs, like iTunes knockoffs, that seem to pull your RSS feed and post them everywhere.
Well, then if they're just generating, they're just constantly pulling the RSS feed. So once you get rid of it, it'll
think
sooner or later
once
update.
it
Hopefully,
will?
I would look
Yeah.
into that, Sarah. I mean, honestly, I think your first thing you should have done is we shouldn't be talking about it now because now everyone's going to start searching for everything.
Well, it's
deleted it
nothing
this
that
morning,
bad.
yeah.
It's nothing that bad, but it's just like, I see how much more aware I am now, I guess, versus that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when you accused me of being the reason that I got hit by the cop.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, I was thinking about that one. I was like, it's a whole different show.
That's all right. Actually, still people to this day don't believe me, so it's fine.
Oh, good. Well, look, I wanted to have you on today because unfortunately we have some bummer news. That's bummer for the live podcast show, but good news for you. So you will not be able to attend Thursday's show because you have a new CEO of Snacklands, correct?
Well, it's not just about that. It's just that we have a bunch of meetings. We have a bunch of stuff going on, and I have to be on the road all this week. I say next week like it's not already Monday, but no, all this week.
I
So,
know. So you're taking off. So unfortunately, you won't be there.
Unfortunately, I won't be there. I'm going to 4 cities in 4 days, so like I'm not back till Friday night. So
Wow,
it's
that's
brutal.
a busy week.
Yeah.
Well, but look, we wanted to have you on. We're going to make that. We've made that announcement. Rob Mayer is going to be there instead. He's a
Cool.
local comedian, very funny. He's opened for Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart and many other very popular comedians. So he is going to step in and be there instead. But we just wanted to get a quick update because I don't think you've been on the podcast again since you became a father.
Oh yeah, no.
So how is it going? Dax is here.
He is here.
How old is he now? He's like, what, a little over a month?
October 10th. So what is it now? November, December. He's like a month and a half.
It's November 25th.
Like a month and a half old. Yeah.
Okay, month and a half old. People are saying hi to you, by the way, and that you look homeless.
Thank
well,
you.
I mean, nothing's like
I just walked in off the street.
It's fine. You just.
I think
you
it's
have
the
your
hat.
Own.
I think it's the hat.
This is the look. This is the business look, the small entrepreneur look. So
It's really cool.
yeah.
You always have had an eclectic style.
Yeah, no, Dax is fantastic. He's I forget all the basic, like all like the exact facts, but I do remember this one because he supposedly is in the 98th percentile for the size of his head.
Really?
Yeah, so like he's got a big ass noggin, which is awesome.
Well, we're bringing him up right now. So, how big is he? Was he like a tiny little peanut when he was born? How?
Yeah, I mean he was born like 10 pounds and now like
Really?
That's a big
yeah,
baby.
like,
That's
he was a big
huge.
baby, and now he's like 12, maybe 12 and a half pounds.
So-
He looks like a good size though.
Let's talk about that pose though. Here's my issue with
That's
that
great.
pose is that's like how like everyone holds their babies. You just kind of put your hand, and I like to call it the Michael Jackson. Because
terrible.
That's
no,
horrible.
because you know when you used to go like the like you grab his crotch, right?
okay,
that
yeah.
part, and that's what I realized because everyone assumes I'm talking about touching kids in the pee-pee area
Obviously,
when I
right.
say the Michael Jackson thing, but no, I'm like the Shimon, like that Michael Jackson.
Yes.
You know, where you just grab his crotch and like spin.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, but I don't know what else to call it. But it is, I mean, it's awkward.
It's like cradling, though. Really,
Yeah, but-
you're basically cradling the baby when you hold him by the diaper. You're not really holding him because he's got a little diaper on.
I mean, he's got a he's like half diaper. Babies are half diaper.
Oh, so tell us this: like, how was the delivery? I mean, I can't believe you were you in the delivery room the entire time.
Yeah, I was there for most of the time. Clearly, I went to go like get food and stuff like that. But yeah, once
I mean, I'm still a human.
yeah, I'm still a human. But once it happened, like I mean, we were there for a long, long time, like over 2 days, until they finally
Really?
decided to like since she was induced, and they finally decided just to kind of pull it and
Well, the
do the
plug.
C-section. So we ended up going to a C-section, which I don't know if she wants me to share that information, but I'll find out about it later.
Well, you guys seem like I love following you both on Instagram because she seems like just tip for your tat in the sense of like she always. I think I love that she was putting up a picture of Dax and she wasn't like holding him by the neck and she was essentially saying like if you ever did that she would be yelling at you to hold Dax's
Yeah.
neck.
Well,
So Amy, it's really funny.
I mean, it's the truth, though. Honestly, like this baby, as much as I want to say I'm important, I am not important at all. You know, like this,
Right.
because it needs what it needs to sleep. I can't really do much about that. You know, the changing I can help out with, which is awesome. But other than that, like the only way it survives is off of breast milk, and it's just feeding all the time.
What were you like in the delivery room? Because everybody says it's a very emotional experience. Did you cut the umbilical cord? Did you get to hold
I
him
did
immediately?
not. It was since it was a C-section, I got to be in the room, and like
Okay.
they just have like that blanket, so it's like blocking you from seeing everything. I did.
Oh, man.
Squishing my sheet over, my seat over, trying to get a good look of the insides. I did see some crazy
My
stuff, but I mean, it's
God. No way.
aggressive. Like, it's not like these doctors do this a lot, so they're not sitting there just daintily, like pulling, like
Right, it's
they're
like boom, boom.
hands in, pulling out, and you just see someone just like, rah, like forcing
Oh
themselves.
God!
And it was
God!
amazing. It was super cool. And then the baby's just out, and the baby's got this weird, like cone-shaped head for a while because.
Right, it's been in
It's
the
been
womb.
trying
It's
to
been
go
trying
out
to get
into like this little tiny hole, so it's got this
Right.
cone head. But yeah, man, they let you touch it. Like I sat there for a few minutes and I just kind of stared at it, and then the nurse came and touched it, and I was like, "Can I touch him too?" She's like, "It's your baby. You can do whatever the hell you want." And I was like, "Oh, boink."
Now, I see all these men post when they're in the delivery room, like they immediately take their shirts off because they want the baby to like bond to your skin and your smell. So did you just like rip that shirt off and nestle him right into
so
your
that's
hair?
the thing. So if you're doing like a natural birth and they go usually straight from like giving birth, they clean them up to like right on skin to skin contact
Okay.
with the mom and the dad. But because ours was a cesarean section, it was a little bit different. But we did have you take your
do.
shirt off, you do the skin to skin contact. I mean, that's it. They want to hear
They
your
tell you to do that?
Yeah, they want to hear your heart. They want to feel your skin. Like that's what makes them feel the most comfortable.
Do you think that Dax heard your heart through all your hair? I mean, you have
No.
so much.
I mean, here's the problem: is that's why the skin to skin thing didn't work that long because I'd pass him back on to Amy, and he would just have like curly chest hairs, like all up on his
Oh,
face.
my God.
Because I was sweaty, and then he just kind of got stuck to it, and yeah, it's not.
Oh my God. Well, look, it must be so life changing. You have a little son. Like, I think about how many years I've known you. I met you, I feel like, when you were just a boy, and now you're a man, and now you have a son. Like, what a legacy.
Sarah was like 12 years ago.
You were 19 years old. No, you were 20,
20,
right?
20 years old,
Yeah, you
yeah.
hadn't turned 21. I knew you couldn't legally drink. You couldn't legally drink at those old radio station appearances.
Good times though.
But you're loving it. You're loving being a dad.
Yeah, man, I'm liking being busy. Snacklands is doing great. Like we're getting ready to expand to a bunch more stores. So we have a bunch of like cool things with that plan. But outside of that.
You're busy and
Busy,
life
busy,
is just
busy.
going.
Yeah.
So I did see you got some new packaging for Snacklands.
Yeah, that's been it was announced a few months ago, and we're just kind of slowly implementing it. But it'll kind of be implemented by January 1. We're hoping.
So in January, we'll be able to see the new packaging when we go to Whole Foods and we buy or Snacklands.
Yep. And right now, for instance, people don't realize, but stores, they individually kind of choose.
Wow.
So I can't,
They do?
a lot of them do. And so you can find us sporadically, but if you're in the Northeast, New York, New Jersey, we're in every Whole Foods. Come February, we'll be in every Whole Foods in this region too. And then other regions as well. So you just kind of have to keep on looking. Check up our website. We're updating the website right now.
Okay, excellent.
That'll have a nice little store finder and all that crap.
Well, we're bummed that you won't be there on Thursday, but your success is just taking off and it continues to grow, which is awesome.
Thank you.
So, and now you're a dad. Did you take any paternity time?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I was on a flight within 8 hours of my child being born. So,
I know.
I had a really big meeting, and I'm not going to turn it down. It was a very, very important meeting that could not be rescheduled, could not be booked. So I went to it. Luckily, it paid off because I'm pretty sure we're getting that deal and everything's going to be working out. But it just needs to open up doors for Snacklands, and I had been there since Monday, and now the meeting was supposed to be on Thursday. So we're thinking, oh, he'll easily be able to do it. I left. I stayed up until probably 3. Went to the airport, slept in the airport parking lot for a couple hours, and then got on my flight.
Wow.
Did that, boom, and then turned around.
Well, you're hustling. Yeah. You're a business owner and you're making it happen. You guys are expanding like crazy. So, all right. Well, we're bummed. I don't even know. I guess I hate that you had to come all the way in here. I hope you were running errands. I
was.
Today I was okay.
I was, don't worry.
I think we should have just called him. I don't know why we had, but anyway.
No, that's why when I looked at your email, hey, you want to call or come in? I was like, I've got to run to Georgetown anyways. And it's just a
good.
hike. So I was like, I'll be there. I gotcha.
Well, we will be playing some clips of you on Thursday in your honor because there were some really funny moments, of course, when the podcast really started, like when you were still working at Farmers, Fishers, Bakers, making bread.
Dude, yeah.
And
I
then,
crushed it yesterday. Amy, we made burgers last night at home, and I was just like, I made the hamburger buns, the sesame seed buns. I made them. She was
made
like,
those?
Yeah, because I worked in a bakery for years. And so it's not, Amy's like, but that's so out of, you did it in 25 minutes. I was like, yeah, man, I've done it before. It's not hard. Once I get them, boom, boom. Let them sit around, and you just got to bake them whenever you're ready. It was easy.
Love
That's
it.
pretty impressive.
Thank you. I've worked in many a kitchen with many a people.
Wow.
You ought to be a pro by now. But anyway, it was funny because the very first episode or the second episode of Hey Frase ever, you were talking about Snacklands. And it's hard to believe Snacklands is 3 years old.
It was a joke that got really out of control, really, really out of hand.
It really
and
was.
Still here I am today, running this, national, snack business, and just who knows?
And you were talking about on the podcast that the dream was that someday that Beyonce would buy Snacklands.
I still think I'm there with that, though. I don't know if Beyonce can afford Snacklands for much longer.
Oh, there you go.
That's my goal, at least. But yeah, no, I said, because especially then I wanted just so that Beyonce would know my name.
Oh, yeah,
It's not really about the money. It's just that when Beyonce sees me in a country, she's like, oh, shit, that's Sammy. I gave him $5 million or whatever, But,
Yes. Well, all right. Much love to you and Amy and Dax. We'll see you soon. You'll have to come back in 2019 after the holiday season. We'll check in with you, see how things are going.
I'll drop off a bunch of snacks here soon once we kind of get back up and running.
Yes, we can't wait to
We eat
see
them in
it.
5 seconds.
Okay, good. That's what
Chesapeake
that's the whole
Bay.
point. Eat the whole bag.
Chesapeake
Snacklands.
Bay.
Yeah.
I know. I don't feel bad about it. Seriously.
That's their
That's
That's
literally-
You want to be our
their
spokesperson?
slogan.
You got it.
She'd be great. All right, Sammy, love you. We don't want to keep you. I know you're super busy running around.
Yes. Love you
Thank
guys.
you for stopping by. And
So sorry I won't be there.
I know
We're
we're
gonna miss
really
you.
bummed.
It was all last minute. You know this. I was trying to work through the hours, but I'm
know.
gone, and it's really tough to get back from Dallas to DC. And
I know. And
time.
you've got a lot on your plate, so we get it.
All right.
Okay. Bye, Sammy.
Bye, guys.
See
Bye,
ya.
Sammy.
So that was Sammy K. There are still tickets available, of course, for this Thursday show. It is the 3rd anniversary of Hey Frase podcast. I can't even believe that it has been 3 years and all the different transformations. So from Sammy K to Paul Wharton to Danny Starr being a regular to AJ now being a ongoing co-host. I mean, seriously. Thank God for you.
Never would have thought. Oh, please. Oh, please.
No, seriously. Eventbrite.com/Hey Frase live show. So Paul will be there. AJ will be there. Danny Starr. Rob Mayer is filling in, and I will be there as well. The VIP is completely sold out, so that's going to start at 6:30, and then the show starts 8 p.m. sharp. We are also, by the way, there's tons of giveaways. So anybody who purchases a ticket to Thursday's show, you're automatically entered to win a pair of diamond stud earrings from Mervis Diamond. They've been a long-time sponsor, one of the first sponsors of Hey Frase. So definitely buy your ticket. Jonathan Mervis, who is one of the owners, is going to be there live on stage, and boom, he will pick the winner. So eventbrite.com/Hey Frase. All right, Age. We just got
Sarah.
back. How you doing?
Great. I'm actually really rested. I got a lot of rest this Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Thank God, because I feel like you've been working like crazy.
I know. I mean, I only took off a day and a half, actually. I only got a day and a half off, yeah.
And so that totally rested you? Like a day and a half? This woman works like 7 days a week, by the way. That completely rested you.
Completely rested me. I feel great.
So,
what about you?
I had a really nice Thanksgiving. We were in Detroit. We were seeing Dan's family, and we drove there, which was a nightmare. It was fine getting there, but it was over 10 hours driving back. And thank God I get caught up on all my podcasts, though.
I mean, I guess that's a good part, but I'm just like not a long distance driver unless I'm with like good people. But like I fall asleep. I just get bored in the car. Read a little bit.
Well, we trade off driving, but no, we listen to crime. We listen to all crime podcasts like all the time, right?
I love you have the same type of
we're obsessed. So Crime Town, I highly recommend. You guys need to get on board. Season 2. It's all about the history of Detroit, like the crime, the evolution. It's crazy good.
Okay.
Then we listened to Serial Season 3, which was also really good, which is about the criminal justice system in Cleveland, which, oh my God, it's crazy. Crazy.
I don't know anything about that. I would have to like listen to the whole thing, but they give you a good background and you could get it if you listen to it.
Basically, if you've seen Making Murderer 2, which people, I got a lot of email. We're going to read them. We read emails every Monday, Pineapple Mail. I got a lot of email and people wanted me to go into depth on Making a Murderer 2 and what I thought of lawyer Kathleen Zellner, which I'm happy to do. I'm just a huge fan of hers. Not that I know... I know a little bit about the criminal justice system from doing a true crime podcast for Fox, which was the Mansion Murders. And it's just unbelievable in Cleveland. Like lots of times the criminal justice system doesn't work. And then these judges have so much power that lots of times they're making like just crazy rules that they get away with. So it's really good. I would totally tune in. So that was hours of our trip.
Just like
hours.
Getting all the crimes.
All the crimes.
I don't know. It's a little bleak for me.
People are like, poor Dan, he's a saint. What?
Dan loves it too, though.
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm a saint to go with Dan.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know about that one, but
thank you, because all he listens to the entire way is the Spectrum on Sirius XM, which is all like indie rock and all this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear. If I hear, what is that?
You
like
listen to Yacht
Portugal,
Rock.
the People or some crap like one more time, I can't take it.
Portugal is a good band.
No, I'm over it. Okay, I need rap, R&B. Like, give me the old school Sirius XM channels. Give me Howard Stern. Like, I can't listen.
Oh yeah, Howard Stern. I just listen to comedians, and they just do like big. It's like a bunch of comedians back and forth, and it's really funny. They just do their best bits. That's my podcast.
Wait, what podcast is that? A podcast?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what it is, but it's a list of a lot of Netflix specials, and they just do a bunch of funny bits back to back to back. It's like a bunch of different comics.
Really?
Yeah, they're great.
Oh,
really good.
All right, I
people.
want to listen to that.
Yeah,
we didn't listen to anything funny. Why is that? Yeah, we were like,
I don't know.
way
That's
too
why I said
serious.
it's a little bleak. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I'm in the car and I'm just like dying laughing because I have to listen to comedians. I want to be a comedian.
We're always live, by the way, on Facebook. People are saying, Sarah, you have an odd fascination with crime.
She does, but that's really cool. I like that you have that little thing about you. It's like, what do I know Sarah as? Sucking dick, crime podcasts.
What?
Cold feet with marriage.
That one, isn't that crazy? When we were pulling clips for the 3rd anniversary show, I was talking about all the same issues 3 years ago that Dan and I still have today. I'm like, oh my God, how is this a broken record of podcasting?
You're like, funny, this sounds familiar.
This is so familiar. It's like the same thing. Anyway, so that was my Thanksgiving break. It was really great. We ended up going to Dan's high school reunion. I definitely recommend that you do not take your significant other to your high school reunion.
That should be so fun. He should be like, this is mine.
Well, yeah, he had a blast, but I didn't. Well, yeah, he like basically, and people just assume now that you're married because it's his 20th high school reunion, so he's almost 40. So people are like, oh, how long have you guys got married? So by the end of the night, I just kept making up that we were already married. I was like, we've been married like 2 years. We got married, a couple years ago. It was great.
That's what I would do.
People were like, oh, that's so nice. Dan was so great in high school. I'm like, oh, good. Yeah. Where'd you guys get married? Oh, Maine. Yeah. It was like 300 people. Yeah. I just like make up
the most lavish wedding ever. Oh my God.
He went to school with like 400 people. So well over 100 people showed up to his 20th high school reunion. Yes.
Wait, that's amazing. That sounds like so much fun. Was it open bar?
It was
my only question.
No, it was not. It was so terrible. I didn't recognize anyone. And here's the thing: if you're listening to this, you're not even near your 10 year, are you, AJ?
No, I don't even think we've had our 5th year yet. God.
Okay.
Maybe you have. I don't know.
My 20th high school reunion is in 2 years. Okay. So
20th.
Yeah, that'll be my
Okay.
20th.
Okay.
But this is my thing is like when I walked in, I'm thinking to myself, because I'm only a couple years younger than these people, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, these people cannot be this old, right? Like this is a 50th high school reunion, right? We think that because
They looked
people
old?
age. Yes.
Oh shit! I always think that men don't age as fast as women. Like women,
No,
you can
they
tell
do.
like they've aged. So the men were looking a little.
Oh my God,
rough.
real gray. I know. I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking at Dan, I'm like, am I with somebody that looks this old? Like what?
No, Dan looks pretty young to me. To be honest, like he
Do
looks
you
young.
think?
Yes. Minus but he shaves his head now. All of it, right?
I found out so much about him, which was the great part. First
Oh,
of all, he
good.
bought a girl that he went to like middle school with Slim Fast for Christmas. I was like, what? You are such an asshole. You did?
Were they dating?
He's like, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm like, I don't think that was a joke.
You know what? Is she like scarred for life?
Yes,
Does she like cut
she
herself?
came over to him and she's like, "Oh my God, Dan Rabin, like, how's your wife and everything?" And I was like, "I'm great. You know, we're so good. Things are. I mean, couldn't be better. We've evolved
Everything's
so
great."
much." And she's like, "I will never forget that Christmas that you brought and you gave me Slim Fast." I was like, "Dan, how could you do that to this woman?"
Well, he came full circle dating somebody who's very body positive, and so you know what? I think sins are forgiven after that.
And then I didn't realize that he had an entire mullet all through middle school, like an intentional mullet. Like his hair was super long in the back and he would put it in a ponytail and people remembered that.
He had a ponytail.
Yes, I know. I can't even because he's completely bald. He's a bald man. Do we have a picture of him? Bring up a photo.
Did you meet? Hold on, I
A photo.
realized.
There were so many gems of revelation. And for whatever reason, I tweeted about this and people said that this past weekend was a big high school, like 10th year high school reunion, 20-year high school reunion for a lot of people.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah.
Well, I know
Yeah.
that for Thanksgiving people go back. Like you know, you see
You're
like your
home.
friends. Yeah.
A lot of people had their high school reunions over this Thanksgiving break, including Dan. I was like, okay.
Little
This-
Dano.
Little Dano. And anyway, Dano had a great time. I was bored to tears. Thankfully, I found some other people who were the spouses. So the spouses kind of ended up getting together and talking while everyone in the high school reminisced. And then
that's good.
A big group of people were like, why would you ever bring your wife here? Like, I left my husband at home. There's no way he doesn't want to see like all these people and talk about 8th grade. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have stayed home.
I guess that makes sense. But who are you going to hang out with? Like, wouldn't you rather be with Dan than whatever or something?
no, I'd go home and hang out with his mom.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
And you like his whole family, which is
Yes.
amazing. That's great.
I have a great time. His mom, we went for manicures and pedicures.
Really?
Oh yeah, we have the best time. Like oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
Okay, you guys got to get married now. I feel like it's due time.
Oh, it's definitely due. Please, in my mind, we are already married.
I mean, you told everyone you're married already. So
I told everybody there. Yeah, completely. I'm like, Dan, they all know that you're married. So anyway, that was my Thanksgiving break. Here's AJ's pulling up some pictures. We went to this little Santa hut because Dan has a nephew who's a little over 1 year old. So he got to go and see Santa and sit on Santa's lap. And then this was us just messing around on Thanksgiving. But how was your? I know I forced him to be all kinds of Snapchat filters. I know, do you picture this man? We're showing a picture right now. If you're not on our Facebook Live of Dan bald, do you picture that man with a mullet?
not at all. No,
We need
also
to
knowing
sketch
Dan,
it in.
someone with a mullet takes themselves not very seriously, and they're like Mr. Jokester, and like they were into like serious like rock or something. And Dan is not that.
He's a serious rocker, though. He loves rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like he is kind of an 80s rocker.
I feel like he's so indie. You told me he likes, Portugal. I feel like that's super like.
Oh, he's super indie. He likes
Ish.
all that. Oh, Sublime. He
Sublime.
like knows all the Sublime songs. He's like, did you ever listen to Sublime? I was like, no, I'm too young.
Like, no, I'm too young for that.
Meanwhile,
How much younger are you than him?
a lot.
Okay. Years, darling.
Yes, doll, yes.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. If you were at your high school reunion this past weekend, do you walk in and you're like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can be this old? Because that's what I thought. I really did. I was like,
Did anybody
oh my
get
God.
wasted?
A lot of people did. I was kind of getting like a sore throat and cold, so I left early. But Dan was out like all night. He was like partying away. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Don't you ever want to have those times with him? Like partying it up?
I do, but I did not.
throat hurt.
Like, yeah. When I'm sick, I'm not down.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. That only
yeah.
makes it worse. To be
And
honest.
it's kind of, like I said, like I think when you go to your high school reunion, you shouldn't bring your spouse because you really want to talk to all your high school friends about everything that happened in high school, all these old stories that none of us get. So I don't think you should bring them.
Now, I'm agreeing with you there because I feel like when you're with your significant other, you're trying to make them feel comfortable and you don't get to have all those times with the people. You know?
People like Christy saying he'd be hot with long hair too. Lynn says, Sarah, I'm only a year older than you and I loved Sublime. Lynn, I'm not listening. I am not listening. I don't remember them. Look, we have so much to get to on the show. People were very upset about our breastfeeding show that we did a couple of weeks ago. We got some hate mail. Yeah, we did.
Okay, well, we're not going to be breastfeeding a 9-year-old.
People don't like when women comment on breastfeeding when you don't have a kid. They really don't.
What about when your mom had a daycare and I watched hundreds of women breastfeed their baby? I guess it's more of a personal thing.
I don't think
Shut
so.
up, AJ.
And then I am obsessed with this story. Can you imagine this? Okay, this is the best story I found on the internet over the Thanksgiving holiday. Can you imagine you are single, you have sex with a hot older guy? So far, this is sounding like my life, okay? Only then, all right, you have a one-night stand with him, you hook up, you never really hear from him again, you guys both go your own ways. Then you start dating somebody that's age appropriate, okay? So then, for the very first time, you are meeting their family at like your engagement party. Come to find out, the hot, sexy, older man that you had sex with a one-night stand like a year or two prior is the father of your fiance. Can you imagine?
Of your fiance. So, like, you're going to be seeing him all the time. How did
the time.
She never knew before?
I'll tell you the whole
Gotta
story.
talk about
It's
it.
so
What?
juicy. Yeah, it really is. It's so good. All right,
I would
let's.
feel so awkward.
Can you imagine?
No.
I can. I feel like that would be the best, like, family.
Dan's father's still alive?
No, he passed away. So
I was
did
gonna
mine.
say.
So, like,
Right.
Dan couldn't even have sex with my dad. Like, that would be even more awkward.
No chance there. He's passed away.
Yeah, you're like, good thing. This is terrible. We got to thank some of our sponsors, including Brooke Linen. Now is the time. It's Cyber Monday. You spent a third of your life in the sheets. Well, this holiday season is a great time for a bedding upgrade for your loved one or yourself. Talk about the incredible 5-star hotel sheets that you're used to when you go away on vacation, but they're usually so expensive. Not anymore. Now you can have them right for your home. Brooklinen Sheets have been named the winner of the Best of Online Bedding category by Good Housekeeping. Brooklinen works directly with the manufacturers and directly with customers, no middleman, meaning they can give you a 5-star hotel quality sheet that are affordable and easy to order. Their super fast shipping makes sure that you get your holiday gifts on time. So right now, the Brooklyn Sheets for the Hey Frase podcast are on sale. Brooklinen.com is giving an exclusive offer to my listeners only. Get $20 off and free shipping when you use promo code HeyFrase at brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use promo code HeyFrase at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code HeyFrase. Also, we love Dr. Mary. We have to talk about this hot dentist too that's advising you to, like, this is the way to get the best. I know, isn't he gorgeous?
I would listen to anything he told me.
Oh my God. We'll get into that. Total Dental Care in Maryland, Gaithersburg, Maryland, are the top dentistry in all of the land. You can go to totaldentalcaremd.com. Dr. Mary is a friend of the show. We absolutely love her. They put patients before anything else. So they got together, they created this practice where they handle and treat everyone from kids all the way to adults. They also do dental surgery there. If you have periodontal disease like I do, they handle that. And they do sedation dentistry. So if you're afraid of the dentist, if you haven't been, there's no shaming. They will help anybody. $99 special is happening right now, which is basically your entire cleaning, anything you need. And of course, they accept insurance. Make your appointment today at totaldentalcaremd.com. So speaking of that hot dentist, there is a dentist who's making the rounds on social media and is going viral because he essentially says you can have a great night's sleep if you take a piece of Scotch tape, you tape it over your mouth, and you train yourself to sleep through your nose. Sleep through your nose. Breathe through your nose at night.
When you're sleeping.
Yes. Look at this guy. So hot. So when you're sleeping, AJ, what do? Do you breathe through your mouth?
I was distracted by him.
By the way, I think he has a podcast, which I'm like, that's genius. He's an Australian
Really
dentist, Dr. Ulrich.
But what is it? What are you going to talk about? I guess like dentist and like life hacks about teeth on your podcast?
Yeah, he probably has a lot to say about dental. Because think of all the dental things that go wrong with people. And people don't realize
Maybe
that
horror stories. Yeah.
your teeth affect everything in your body.
No,
like
yeah.
they lead to heart disease, they lead to diabetes. People just think their teeth are like, you can pull it out. But you can have and have you ever had a tooth that's infected? It can go into your brain. It's bananas.
Oh yeah, I had a really bad cyst, something type of growth on top of a tooth, and I had to take antibiotics. It was a big thing just because I had this growth. But I learned so much with Mary, the dentist. When we went to go visit her, she talked so much about teeth, and I was like, I have no idea.
Dr. Ron Ulrich is his name, and he says training yourself to breathe at night through your nose is what you need to do if you want better health and a good night's sleep. He says taping your mouth shut. I don't see how you could do that with Scotch tape. Like
You're gonna need some big ass duct tape. You're just gonna
and then that would
open.
feel very claustrophobic to me.
What if somebody just came up to you in the middle of the night, closed your nose, and you wake up and you're dying?
He says breath is the most important regulator of balancing out body chemistry and keeping acid and alkaline levels. He says more people who breathe through their mouths end up having teeth decay and other teeth issues. How do you stop this, though?
You put tape over your mouth.
I guess. He says saliva has natural ability to kill the bacteria in the mouth that produce acid. Under normal conditions, the pH level in the mouth, the measure of the acidity or alkalinity, is a neutral level of 7.7. Breathing through the mouth, especially at night, dries out and removes that protective saliva coating. Oh, God. I think I breathe through my mouth, but I'm not sure if I could even try to do the tape.
I would try it if I was really waking up tired, but I mean, that's why there's coffee.
You wake up refreshed every day. You're like, oh.
No, you do. I definitely don't. I'm not a morning person. I wish I was. I just pop a little coffee pill and I'm ready to go.
Well, I wake up refreshed because I literally go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. I forgot your grandma.
Yeah, I mean, when you get 10 hours of sleep, if you're not fucking refreshed after that, whether you breathe through your nose or your mouth, you're totally screwed.
Now, so this is, they're saying that the air, you breathing in the air is bacteria in your mouth and you're just opening it up. So you should close it.
Well, right. So he's saying, we'll have to ask Dr. Murray about this. He says when you close your mouth at night, all that saliva works as it kills the bacteria. It's like a protective coating for your teeth. The saliva has a purpose, but people sleep with their mouths open. It dries out your mouth. The saliva doesn't do its job. And then you're more susceptible to cavities, decay, all this stuff.
I mean, I think I sleep with my mouth shut. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Who knows?
And this
I don't
guy,
sleep with anybody, so
hot. Dr. Ron Ulrich in
he
Australia.
can shut my mouth and do whatever he wants to it.
And we'll definitely take you. Okay. I was also fascinated, and see, I feel like this falls along the list of true crime. I'm always fascinated, what happens in people's lives, right? All the good, all the bad, all the things, right?
I like to know the dirt, yeah.
All the dirt, right? So, did you see this story over the weekend of the American tourist? It actually happened last week, that was killed by a mysterious tribe in India.
I read this.
Okay, are you obsessed?
Now this I think they should make a movie about, because I would totally go to this. I love those thriller, but this seems crazy, and I think the guy almost invited himself to this.
He did.
Yeah.
He paid a fisherman to take him out. By the way, 7 people have been arrested that helped this American guy get out to this island where there is a tribe of individuals. And this is what amazes me. Does it blow people's minds that in this day and age,
Yes.
there is still
Uninterrupted
tribe. They're living they have no internet, no television. I don't even know. They're not even caught up with they don't even get the newspaper. They have
nothing. No phones, nothing, no TV. They have no idea what's going on in the other world. They just know that if that's an outsider, they're killing them and sacrificing them to whatever God they believe in.
Killing them.
It's so scary. But why would this guy do that? That sounds like a horror film.
He wanted to save them. He wanted a life of adventure. John Allen Cheyu, I hope I'm saying it, was able to sneak onto the island after paying a local fisherman to get him near the island. He initially swam ashore without attracting attention, but had to return to the boat after a child on the island fired an arrow at him.
That's how he died, an arrow, right.
Right. So God sheltered me and camouflaged me against the Coast Guard and the Navy, Chow wrote, of his ability to avoid detection. His tone changed after the encounter with an islander. Why did a little kid have to shoot me today? Anyway, he wanted to go back and essentially he wanted to save them. And
he wanted to convert them to Christianity, but
can you imagine?
I'm sorry, a bow and arrow struck you and
his body was buried by islanders on the beach. According to fishermen who are waiting for him offshore, authorities are currently speaking with experts there to figure out if they can recover his body, but they're not actually sure. And his parents are saying, if you can't recover his body, it's okay. This is what he wanted. He wanted to live a life of adventure. We understand. We hold no resentments to anyone. I just don't even know why you would do that.
you have a calling, I guess. But like, I would never go there alone. I would at least take like a bunch of people with me. But I guess it's so hard to sneak onto that island anyways that you're not even going to get through. And
I know.
He thought he was like survived. But
This story was just so crazy to me because who even knew? You know, like
I'm just so fascinated by tribes that, like you said, still exist and with no contact with the outer world. It's just like blows my mind. Like when I
Blows
think
the
about
mind.
the pygmies, and it's so crazy.
Also, driverless cars are getting closer and closer. Self-driving vehicles will be used for sex, according to scientists.
That's what you would use them for. I would use them to eat like my Chipotle burrito.
Oh, they're saying that people will do that too.
That's really all I want. I just want people to eat because I eat already in the car and it's not safe. Like I drive Sarah and she's like, AJ, please watch the road, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. But like I'm eating my like whatever, my lunch.
And they say nearly 60% of all Americans have already had sex in a vehicle at some time, whether probably not while they were driving, but I
Right.
guess you could. But they say just wait until self-driving cars are in circulation in 2040. They say absolutely. And in fact, they're even worried about mobile prostitution. That like you'll
Jesus
have, isn't that
Christ.
amazing? Who thinks of these things?
No, literally. I
Who
mean-
thinks of this?
Are you ready for self-driving cars? I just don't trust it. I feel like it's going to be, but then I watch I Am Legend and you see, oh, not I Am Legend,
you
iRobot,
watch?
iRobot.
Did you watch that recently? I've never seen that.
What?
I've never seen iRobot ever. No.
Good movie. Good. It's like a sci-fi thriller.
Really?
Of course, I love those movies. But yeah, the self-driving cars and he's like, doing stuff while the car's driving, and then the robots take over.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
No, I'm not at all concerned about self-driving cars because let me tell you, I did a 10-hour road trip from Detroit back here, and when you would slow down, half the time people would be on their cell phones. They prop their cell phone up on the steering wheel so they can look up and then look down and text. I saw that numerous times. So no, I'm excited because I feel like there will be less accidents.
You're right, there, yeah.
It's like the airlines.
Yeah.
When there are accidents, I'm sure, unfortunately, they'll be very catastrophic because like major things will malfunction with self-driving vehicles. But I'm just fascinated that one of the things on scientists' radar is that mobile prostitution will happen and people will just be having sex in cars. They'll be eating in cars, they also say, and sleeping
doing
in cars.
work, sleep.
Like
I
that
guess-
people might use it
Wow.
as their home and just like try to like squat in them.
Okay, well, we're gonna have some squatters. I mean, I don't.
How amazing would this be?
Amazing. I don't know about that. I'm just, like I said, I'm excited to eat, not really have sex. I guess if long distances, you can have sex. And now the cars are going to be really fast. Like you're going to get to your destination faster, and your time is used more wisely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to love the act of driving, but now I hate when I have to get into a car. I'm like, ugh.
I know you don't want to drive. I know, me neither. Well, great. When we drive later today, it'll be really fun.
Well, you and Dan can finally have sex in multiple places.
I know. I can't wait. At least Dan won't want to, but I'm so excited. I'm like, that is awesome. Why didn't I think of that? I figured when all this talk of self-driving cars, I got really excited because you can eat and you can text. And I like to be on my computer all the time. I was using my computer on the drive yesterday.
When you weren't driving.
Yeah. No, when I was driving.
Oh,
I
great.
propped it up on the, no, I'm kidding.
On the dashboard. Dan, watch the road.
Yeah, one thing on the keyboard. Yeah, exactly. No. When I wasn't driving, I had my laptop on. I had my little hotspot going.
Okay, also, Sarah did not know what a hotspot was until, I'm going to say a month and a half ago. I was like, just put your hotspot on. She's like, what's that? I was like, your hotspot. She's like, my G-spot? I'm like, no, your motherfucking hotspot.
I honestly didn't. I did not know how to use the hotspot. I really didn't. I know.
They're like, what's a hotspot? It's internet wherever you go. And it's not very fast. Like, you're not going to get hyperspeed internet, but it's internet
really?
everywhere you go, right on your phone.
Mine worked like $1 million.
See, that's
I
what I'm
can't
saying.
believe it. I know.
Never knew what a hotspot was.
No,
and
I
if you
never
don't
used it.
either, Google that because you will thank me.
And our listeners are young. They know what's going on. Please.
Well, Sarah's as young as they come, and she did not know what a hotspot was.
Okay, you can't tell me like every young person knows technology, though. I feel like we talk to a lot of young people who have no idea what's going on with technology, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
know
so
the
close.
basics.
Yeah. No, but you have to know a lot more, especially if you're in this industry. But I'm honestly so tired of it. I'm ready to just cut everything off and just go off the grid.
You are? I have moments like that, too.
Yeah, right? Like,
I do.
just whenever you're over Thanksgiving break or you have a nice vacation and you're like, fuck, like this day was so nice without checking Instagram. Like, who really cares?
I know.
But then I'm like, oh my God, I've been away for too long. Like, I have to find out what happened. And then, I find out all the shit ass news. Like,
I love
self-driving
I almost
cars.
have anxiety now going on to Instagram.
Yeah.
Because once I'm on, I feel like I should be posting. I feel like I should be engaging. Did I respond to people? It's so,
I know.
yeah. I wonder if people really enjoy it anymore.
I feel like we're going to get to a certain point. You know how things go out of fashion? I feel like this Instagram is going to be out of fashion. People are going to be cool if they're not on. And then, you know, it's going to come back again. It's going to show up again. But yeah, I feel very pressured to always be posting. And when I'm not on for a while, it's like, oh, what is she doing? Where has she been? But then I'm like, does anyone really care? Now for you, you have, you know, hundreds of followers, thousands of followers. But once you're in like a private eye, but you know, I still have friends and family that are interested. So
Yes, I
go
care
on.
what you're doing. I love watching your Insta stories. I do. I'm
yeah.
always like, where's she at? What's she doing?
Well, that's why it's fun. It's fun to create your own little brand on your channel. But then, you know, you watch other people's and you compare yourselves. And we always talk about not comparing, like, don't do that, don't get into that. But it is hard when you like are constantly on it.
I followed your entire Thanksgiving. It was great. You hung
thanks.
out with Paul. You guys went out. You guys looked like you were tearing up the town. I loved it.
Tearing up the town.
Where did you go?
Everybody thought we were a couple. And I was like, with this guy? But then he rolled up with his fur coat, and I was like, seriously,
He did?
Oh, Sarah,
He has a fur coat? How come I didn't know this?
this man was bundled for the tundra. He had 3 sweaters on, a fur vest, and then his fur coat with that big old fur hood.
Really?
No, he was absolutely insane. He is such a diva. He knows all the bartenders. He knows everybody. Diva in a good way, though, like not a bad way. He walked in there. I waited for him till he got to the bar because I didn't want to walk in alone. So I was like, he's like, what are you doing outside here in the cold? I was like, I'm waiting for you. I'm not going in there alone. So he brings me in, and yeah, we just had a night on the town. And that was the night that my high school reunion was. But I'm not going to that.
What? You had a high school reunion?
Not reunion. It's just everybody gets together and they go to one bar. But I went to an all-girls school, so it's like a million bitches everywhere. I'm like, why would I want to go into that place?
So you were
I
like,
already
no.
did that last year. So I decided to just like hang out with Paul. I was like, Paul, what are you doing tonight? He's like, well, I do have some plans. And then I just went out to meet him, and it was great. And then, yeah, Thanksgiving was really quiet. We went to our shore house on the Eastern Shore, and I took a long beach run. It was beautiful, 60 degrees.
Really? Down in
Yes.
Ocean City?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
Oh my God. I wish I was doing that. No, it was bitter cold. It was absolutely terrible. I was miserable.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I had tons of long underwear on. I had layer after layer of long undies.
But that's so fun. That's like so holiday and
It's
like
not.
fun.
Do you know how uncomfortable it is when you're trying to like hook up with your significant other and have sex with them while you have long underwear on? It's so unattractive.
Well, I would like really hope that your clothes are off. I don't.
No, it's hard to get the clothes off. Like,
Oh, you're like,
I literally, when I am in Michigan or Maine, I have 4 or 5 tops on. I'm not kidding, because I am that fucking cold. So literally, when we're in Detroit, we're gonna hook it up. I have like long underwear on and large socks and everything. And so you're like laying on the bed. You're like, just pull this, pull that.
Do you guys ever have like? Are you scared to sleep in your mom's house or his mom's house? Like have sex in the parents' house?
In mine, because my family does not knock.
Oh, they're
they
all
just
together?
like come in. We don't
Hello?
have sex. Oh, my niece every morning she just like opens the door. She's trying to catch us, so she's like 12. She'll just be like, "Hi!" and then she jumps in bed with us. So
That's
we
great.
have to sleep fully clothed,
Yeah.
and we can never have sex.
Oh, great. So
But
at least
no.
at his family, you can.
Right, because we have the whole upstairs.
The whole. Oh my God, you guys have like a whole suite up there.
Oh yeah, completely. But it's like 1,000 degrees because Dan's mom like loves the heat on. It's 1,000 degrees. I come in, I have to get all my layers off, and then by the time you've got your layers off, like I feel like nothing's sexy at that point.
You're already exhausted from that whole entire ordeal.
Yeah, you're completely exhausted, and it's not very attractive. By the way, we're actually live today on YouTube. We're trying it for the very first time. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube page, it's Hey Frase. So you can just click on that, and then who's on? I feel like we have some comments. Someone who's commenting all about Sammy. So you can definitely now watch us live on YouTube. I'm really excited about this because I feel like YouTube will be a whole new audience.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, because I think with Facebook, it only goes out to the people that already follow your page. But YouTube,
Exactly.
I mean, YouTube is like a whole nother, everybody can see us. I can't wait. T. Lee Jones says XOXO. Congrats to Sammy and you for bringing him back on. Glad you guys now live stream on YouTube. I'm super excited. And he says, hello, Sarah Buddy.
Well, it
Hi.
only took her 3 years, guys.
Yeah, it only took me as long as it did to figure out the hotspot. But anyway, boom, now I've got it. AJ did not, I can't believe this, but the new Lion King trailer also was out over Thanksgiving. People were loving that. They're very excited. It's this new animation that makes everything look super real. Supposedly, it's going to follow the exact same plot line as the original. But you'd said, AJ, you've never seen the original Lion King.
I'm so embarrassed by this. Well,
Really?
I always start watching it and then I always like never finish it, or something happens in the middle of the movie and I can never watch the end. So nobody's ever spoiled the ending for me, but I know it's kind of sad, right? Don't tell me.
I won't say a thing. I won't. I was just shocked that you'd never seen that movie because I figured that would be like in your primetime youth.
No,
that
it definitely was. I don't know. And I love Disney. I love all that type of movie. So I'm just going to definitely go see this. And then I'll watch the old one. Because if I go watch the first one, I'm going to be...
This is. Can I just say? Am I the only one that's disappointed that this is going to be the exact same story as the original one? Like,
you think they should make a different ending?
Yeah. Well, I thought this would be like a sequel. But then I was reading about it, and it's not. It's basically the exact. It is. It's the same story, just with this sort of really, really like legit animation. I know. Doesn't it look really good?
Yes.
But I'm sort of like, I've seen the first one. I want like a sequel.
Yeah, like don't kill Mufasa this time.
Yeah.
You mother worker.
Sorry.
I thought it was you know what? This is typical.
And there's the spoiler alert. There you go. There wasn't a spoiler alert.
There was no spoiler alert.
That's right. Donald Glover will be on it. He'll play Simba. Seth Rogen will also play a voice. Even Beyonce will be in there. Childish Gambino. Of course, Donald Glover.
Does anybody know how to get on these movies? It's really all I really want to do is be a voice actor.
Really?
Yes.
Voice acting is one of the most difficult industries to break into, though. You know this, right? Like,
No.
It's harder than to be an actor. It is a complete, absolute club. It's like because how did I do this? Oh, I was almost the voice of Metro years ago. There was a contest of who was going to be the voice of Metro. So I was one of the 10 finalists.
That's amazing.
Doors closing, doors opening. Next stop, Friendship Heights.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about a show. You were talking about the DMV Metro. Like...
Yes, like the Metro that doesn't work. I was almost the voice of Metro. Yes.
What? That would have been the coolest thing ever. Like
Right?
Sarah Fraser kills the DMV like everywhere. She's at the Nat Stadium. She's at the radio station. She's
Step
also
back. Doors are closing.
Step back.
They told me I was too like Reese Witherspoon sweet. They told me that I was too like I wasn't aggressive enough. They didn't believe my step back. Doors are closing. And I'm like, okay, the current voice on there, that
It's an
woman's not a
automated.
bitch.
It's an automated. It's like step back. Like it's automated. It doesn't. It's a robot.
They picked a woman who worked for a car dealership in Alexandria. She won. She had a great voice. And I think she was the voice of the Metro for like a couple years. And then I guess they went back to automation.
So I get that your competition was fierce. There was a lot of competition to be the voice of Metro.
So when I did that, I had somebody reach out to me who booked voice work in the DMV. And at the time, I was not a SAG-AFTRA member, but you had to like join the union, which was like a huge, like $2,500 or $3,000. I did not have that money.
Cheaper now, right?
No, I think that's how much it costs, unless you get like a job. Right. So I had to join that. And then they were saying that it's super competitive. And if you like miss one gig, like you're off, you're out of the list. Like, I was like, well, what about if I'm sick? They're like, voice actors don't get sick. Like, your priority is to take care of your voice. I was
not like a Grammy winner.
What? I mean, it was so hardcore. And then they were like, yeah, and you're going to have to pay your dues for like 3 years, and you'll have to take the scraps that people don't want, and people are not going to tell you about the good jobs.
I feel like they're just trying to scare you.
I don't know. I mean...
Okay, well, not only did I get a spoiler alert, I also had my dreams crushed.
I'm
going to be a voice actor.
I think voice work is really competitive.
Well, you know, that's
all I can
podcasting.
say. We do 4 things that are popping, 4 things that are popping, which is all the celebrity news. There was some good celebrity news over the weekend. Let's get started with Kris Jenner. Apparently has a sister that no one's ever heard about and rarely seen. Karen Houghton actually underwent this past weekend plastic surgery to look more like her sister. How come I didn't know this? She also spent her 60th birthday in the hospital with her daughter, Natalie, who's 19 years old and also a model. Kris is 63 years old, failed to publicly acknowledge her sister's landmark birthday despite regularly sharing posts supporting her family and friends. It was previously reported that Kris tries to keep Karen out of the spotlight and isn't a fan of her taste in men. In 2016, Karen underwent an extensive facelift in a bid to look more like her vain older sister. So, sorry, it wasn't this past weekend. It was a couple years ago. And Natalie is a model, just like her cousin Kendall Jenner, and shares a close bond with the Kardashian matriarch MJ, but rarely sees the other family members. How do you... I guess maybe because it's not a big deal, because maybe the sister doesn't do a lot, but I'm like, does everyone know that Kris Jenner had a sister? How do you keep that a secret when you're the Kardashians?
No, I know. I don't know. Kris Jenner's like very sneaky, I almost feel like.
You think?
You know, yeah. And yeah, apparently she had the sister had a birthday. Kris Jenner never said anything, but she said happy birthday to one of her other best friends, like the day after her sister's birthday. So I don't know. They just don't seem very close to me. And we didn't even see Kris Jenner's mom, MJ, forever. Like they didn't even show her.
Chris's sister has a track record of being with men that have drug problems and criminal records. That's according to Radar Online in 2013. I'm just like, I had no idea she even had a sister. It was previously reported that Kris tries to keep Karen, who has shared her support for her nieces, Kendall, Kylie, and Chloe, on her Twitter account of late, out of the spotlight. Okay, you learned something new. And her niece is gorgeous, by the way, who also looks like she could completely be a model. Amazing. Anyway.
It's just... that family, I don't know. I'm almost over them, but then they do something crazy and then I'm back in again.
Everybody is obsessed with one of the stars of Creed 2. The star goes by Big Nasty on his Instagram. And people are saying that Michael B. Jordan, of course, is hot, but then they're also obsessed with this new guy who's in the movie, who plays Victor Drago. Victor Drago is played by Florian Montenegro, who his Instagram name is literally Big Nasty. And women are obsessed with him. The 28-year-old actor is also an amateur boxer and fitness model. He was born and raised in Germany, but is also of Romanian descent. Oh my God. I have not seen Creed 2, but this is making me want to go.
Now, does he have big dick energy?
Oh my God, the biggest dick energy of all time. Oh, do you think?
I don't know. I almost think that he's overcompensating for something by this picture and not as big as energy as we could have thought.
Well, in this picture, he shaved his chest, and I'm sort of have like mixed feelings on men shaving their chest.
I can't decide.
I can't get down with it really. It's just because it becomes stubbly, and it feels like a shaved leg.
Exactly.
And you're like, no, I want to like run my hands through your chest hair. I don't want to be like stubbling like it's my own leg.
Like
after
Sammy
2 weeks.
K's chest hair.
Well, you have to like almost. You have to have some pecs underneath it or something. I mean,
it can't be like hairy, soft, bumpy,
the
right?
hairy dad bod is just like a double negative.
Oh my God, the hairy dad. No. I dated a German soccer player for like a split second in college.
You did?
Well, no.
Where is he from?
We had a couple nights together. I say dating loosely, but he looked very similar and he shaved himself too.
I need this guy.
Yeah.
In my life.
I don't know.
Hot. I think he has tons of big dick energy, but you're not feeling it, huh?
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely good looking, but Shannon, our girl that's girl.
Yeah, our gal. That's
my girl Shannon. She's in the control room. She was like, run away so fast from this guy. He is, we have him up on the screen if you guys can't see, but he has like an 8-pack and she's like, these guys are dicks. They don't love their moms. They suck. They'll cheat on you. Which
They're
honestly
horrible.
is probably true. They're horrible. Yeah.
horrible.
They are horrible. Run the other direction.
What if he's the nicest guy on his Big Nasty Instagram? He has pictures with his mom. He has pictures with dogs.
Okay.
Seems like an all-around guy to me.
Now, if he has a picture with a baby, then...
Oh, so hot.
What's
oh, my
his
God.
Instagram handle again?
Big Nasty.
No,
Big
this
Nasty.
guy's horrible. And he's letting everybody know.
I feel like we need someone who knows sports on this show. Luis isn't here today, but Dwight Howard allegedly was outed as from a man, a transgender man, claiming to be his ex-boyfriend. And this has like created this whole dialogue online of homophobia and transphobia that continues. If you're not familiar with this, it was a big thing over the weekend because Mason Elijah, who is the man claiming that he had a relationship with Dwight Howard, the NBA player, put out, oh my God, recordings and messages and a whole timeline of how the two hooked up. And then she was apparently threatened by Dwight Howard's camp and pastor, who was calling her, threatening her life and everything. And she finally said, look, I'm going public.
Wow.
Did you follow this, AJ?
No, I didn't follow it, but I'm always interested to know these stories.
She says, I was afraid to speak, but today my life was threatened after I was sexually harassed, threatened, and manipulated by someone I respected. My ex-boyfriend, NBA player Dwight Howard, and his camp also catfished by his disrespectful ass pastor. In the thread, she goes on to claim that he met Howard at an event and the two quietly started a relationship. I guess he refers to himself as a he. I claimed that he broke it off after finding out that Howard had been seeing someone else and attending trans sex parties. Though some of the early reporting claimed that Elijah was a trans woman, he had written in a past tweet that he identifies as a gay man. So thank you. There's the clarification. So he identifies as a gay man, was hooking up with Dwight Howard, and then now says that he was threatened. I think this is so sad, though. And then people were making all kinds of Dwight Howard jokes, which spawned this whole thing about people are still homophobic and transphobic, which I think is... I don't understand this whole thing in whether it's the NFL or NBA, why these guys can't be gay or into transsexual women. Like, why is that still a big thing?
They're treated differently. I think it's just because it's a very macho environment. You know, the NFL, the NBA, it's very manly. It's supposed to be masculine. And of course, the guys that watch it, they don't have an open mind. That's what I would think.
Yes. I mean, really? I feel like all the men in my life watch sports and are completely open. And have been on Tinder and have swiped either left or right on trans women who are usually openly. I to me do not understand how this is like a big deal. And to me, I'm like, what would happen if Dwight Howard just owned it and was like, yeah,
that's
I'm
the
into
thing.
guys. Like, well, okay. I mean, is anyone going to really care? I don't know.
Like, I think trying to hide it is worse. Yeah.
I've never been in an NBA locker room, so I don't know how that would go. But I'm just like, it's so sad to me. Anyway, the thread was like, I watched it, I had to listen to it all, and I'm just like, but then I also actually feel for Dwight Howard because I'm like, damn, that guy cannot have a conversation with anyone without them screenshotting and recording every fucking thing.
Right.
He says, like everything. Which, I mean, if he was legit threatening this guy, then the guy deserves it, or Dwight Howard deserves it. But man, can you imagine never interacting with anyone without it being recorded? It's crazy.
That is really scary. That's like being in the public eye, though. You know, NFL, if you're a celebrity, that's what happens.
I guess.
Everything's recorded.
Lastly, Oprah Winfrey's mom passed away. She was 83 years old. Oprah initially did not have a great relationship with her mother because her mother sent her away to live with a family relative. They ended up reconnecting later in life. And Oprah's mom, Vernetta Lee, ended up even being on the Oprah Winfrey Show at times. But she passed away over Thanksgiving. A spokesperson for Winfrey says her mother has already been laid to rest at a private funeral. In an interview with Milwaukee local station, Lee opened up about how she got through the deaths of two of her children. Oprah had a sister and a brother. So anyway, very sad for Oprah. We do at the end of the show on Mondays a thing called Pineapple Mail. It's all of your emails. We read them. We comment. It can be feedback. It can be advice. You can always email me, sarah@heyfrase.com. This one, lots of people, and you don't have to write your name, or you can give us an anonymous name. We're also down with that. A couple of things. This person writes, I get not wanting to use chemical-filled deodorant. I went the natural deodorant route last year, but to not take a shower every day, Sarah, I'm sorry, girl, but that is just nasty. And you asked who takes a shower every day? A lot of damn people. You don't want to get that stench off of you at the end of the day. That's poor hygiene. And as a woman, I would think during that time of the month that you want extra stringent with that hygiene. It must be a cultural thing, as in white people shit. Okay, look, I do sometimes shower every day, but not like I don't religiously shower every single day.
Okay.
But if I'm having my period, I shower every day. Yeah.
Okay, good. We did clarify that. Good. Because
Did you think I really meant that I just didn't shower every single day?
Some people are about that. They're like, I don't need to shower every day. But like we shed skin cells. We get smelly during the day.
I need to go back and research this, but I had read a couple of years ago that when you shower every single day, it doesn't allow your body to build up any like natural bacteria. Right. So like you can even, sometimes it can have the reverse effect where you're making yourself more susceptible to cold and flu and everything because you never have any resistance. Now that could be completely wrong. Which wouldn't surprise me.
If you immediately run to the doctor and you're always taking medicine and then you don't let your immune system, build up, then I do believe that. So there could be some truth in that. But girl, you best be showering every day. Like I can't.
Okay, thank you. People
I shower twice.
People on our Facebook are saying I don't shower every day.
I mean, if you're trying to conserve water, I get it, but I just take a really quick body shower. Like, you don't have to wash your hair every day. You just go into the shower 5 minutes, quick rinse off. Before I get into my bed, I like to be clean, especially.
Oh, look at you. Okay. Sometimes I like to work out and then I go right to bed.
Yummy. Nice sweaty sheets.
I'm just kidding.
That sounds disgusting.
Lastly, this is from Allie. For goodness sakes, get a lactation consultant on your show. If you're that fascinated with breastfeeding, please. It is painful listening to you two talk about it with no experience actually doing it. Sorry, no smoothies. I'm finally done breastfeeding. Yeah, there are so many other things I'd rather be on the show for, like listening to you guys on the show for. For example, how do you feel about roller derby? Maybe you guys could get some skates on and try that out instead of talking about breastfeeding.
Well, what are your thoughts on roller
Sorry, I mean-
derbying?
I love roller derby. Go for it. Okay. Sounds fine to me.
We were just talking about a 9-year-old that was still being breastfed.
Yeah, and
That
I
was a bit
still think it's
extreme.
weird. Yeah, I mean, like, and we were talking about the 9-year-old's mother wanted to become a lactation specialist. So good for her. I just would not, I don't really need advice from someone who breastfed their kid till middle school. Like, I don't need that advice.
Bit extreme. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, you guys can always email us. Oh wait, I have to thank some of our other sponsors. Oh my God, how do we go? How is like the hour gone by so fast? And I haven't even thanked all of our sponsors. This is
Fast. It's too fast.
way too fast. I can't even believe it. We also have to thank Dr. Mintz. He's a medical marijuana doctor in Bethesda, Maryland. But guess what? He's also licensed and certified in DC. If you want to know all of your questions answered, is medical marijuana addictive? Do you only have to smoke it? How do you get your medical marijuana card in DC or Maryland? You can go to heyfrase.com. We just did a blog post with Dr. Mintz explaining all that, or you can just make an appointment, drmintz.com. Right now, for $250, he'll hook you up. That is your appointment to get diagnosed. If you have chronic pain, if you have migraines, anxiety, you could qualify as a patient for medical marijuana. Don't wait. It is an amazing drug. He uses it, subscribes it, and can get you certified. He'll do everything for you. So he will get you your medical marijuana card in Maryland or DC. Just go to drmintz.com. Boom. Sign up. He's offering a $250 special. Most of the time, that is actually reimbursable by your insurance, and it's a one-time fee. Also, we have to thank Grove. If you haven't heard of us talk about Grove, they're amazing, and they get you all of their natural products like Myers. If you love Myers cleaning products, Grove is perfect. They'll totally help you out. Grove is also offering a special deal for Hey Frase listeners. This winter, you can sign up and get a ongoing subscription for Grove. So that means every single month you get all of their products that you need, and Grove can take care of whether it's cleaning in the bathroom, in the kitchen. Boom, you get everything. So go to Grove. I'm going to get you the code right now. Hold on, my internet just froze, so you can't get it. I want you to get the Grove discount. Hold on. Oh, why is this not working? Why is my internet not working? Stand by. AJ, have you tried Grove yet? You got some of the products, right?
Yes, and luckily a lot of the products that they use, like the companies,
Yes.
those are the exact ones that I use at home. So, I mean, I loved it. I
Yeah.
also love freebies, you know.
Well, thank God that you got it. Here we go. Okay. So for the holiday season, if you want Grove, they can help you. You can select your favorite holiday scents from Iowa Pine, Peppermint, Orange Grove, and so much more. New customers will get their holiday set when you place your first order of $20. Free Mrs. Meyer's Holiday Hand Soap, free Mrs. Meyer's Holiday Dish Soap, free Mrs. Meyer's Holiday Multi-Surface Spray, Grove Collaborative Red Cleaning Caddy, and more. Plus, if you spend $39, you'll receive a free Grove stoneware tray to beautifully display your new holiday soaps. Shop Grove before this exclusive holiday offer runs out. This stuff will be all gone come December. For a limited period of time, my listeners who sign up get an amazing free Mrs. Meyer's holiday products, a free 60-day VIP membership, and a surprise bonus gift just for you when you sign up and place an order of $20 or more. So go to Grove and use our special grove.co/Frase. That's grove.co, okay, not .com. It's .co/Frase, and then that automatically gets you the discount. Okay, that is it. Be sure to purchase your tickets to the Hey Frase 3rd Anniversary Live Show this Thursday. AFI Theater starts 8 p.m. in Silver Spring. Bye, everybody!
Can't wait to see you there.
Bye!
The Casbah. Hey, Fraser, like it. Hey, Fraser, like it. Rock Casbah. Rock Casbah. Hey, Fraser, like it.
Hey, Fraser, like it. Rock
the Casbah.
the Casbah.